saucy this be, man?
Man, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy, Coach Bazz. I got my boy, Coach Bango, man. How you doing, man?
And I'm living the dream, baby. How about you?
Man, I can't complain at all, big dog. Can't complain at all, man. I'm loving, man. I'm loving this, man. Football season is here, and man, I can't complain. I'm in, as they say, hog heaven.
Yeah.
I'm here, man.
I am
Man,
looking too.
yeah, man. So let's go and jump right into it. Man, big week this week, and probably the craziest game. It was a lot of good games.
It was
But
week
one
one.
particular week one was crazy. Particularly one was the resurrection upset over Bay High. And
Yeah.
I gotta pick at you. You was like, man, resurrection. I mean, y'all a great program, but Bay High gonna be too much, and they pulled the upset, man.
Yeah. I think me and Matt Stacks, I think we both picked them.
Y'all did.
My bad, Coach Denmark.
Oh, Denmark,
Keep it
he
going.
made him believe, he made him run through a wall, man. Made him run through a wall. So that Pickens kid, Pickens.
Yeah.
He picked, man. He's a stud for sure, man. So, with that happening, that's probably who probably helped him get over that hump, man. Yeah,
Most
so
definitely.
yeah, man. So we had some stats. We released the stats today.
Yeah. I
Um,
see them folks be on your head about them stats.
man, come on, man. Look, I say
Yeah.
I be have to tell people I only report what's reported. I can't pull nothing. I saw some cats be like, man, Trace Carter had an interception. I said, man, that's my fault because I did see Trace have an interception on the stats. I forgot to add him on there. He's one of the best linebackers we have on out here. Trace Carter definitely did his thing against Madison Central. And it was a couple of cats from somebody was from Biloxi, Long Beach. But that's crazy that people,
Yeah.
they enjoy looking at, hey, let's see just the leaderboard, man. They want to see who's doing what.
You started something with the leaderboard
Yeah,
and it's something that people are expecting to have, and they want it to be right. They want it to be
absolutely.
fair. So make
They
sure you
want it,
got the stats right. Man. They gonna get
man.
you over, right?
And look, I took my time. I did it yesterday. I did the stats and I went over to make sure I was spelling kids' name right and making sure that just trying to dot my I's and cross my T's, make sure you don't make no mistakes. But there's a couple players that wasn't on there, and people kindly inboxed me. It wasn't nobody that was disrespectful or anything, but they're just like, hey, such and such, he had 2 sacks or he had an interception. I said, I make sure I put it on there next week. I make sure I put it on there. My boy Bingo said, man, I saw that the first year you did it. We did it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want those issues, man. I don't
After
want
that
them
first year,
problems.
I was like, I'm good. That was your thing. I just wanted to help. I see
Yeah,
that. Hey, nah, I'm good. I
it's
don't want to be
serious.
a part of no selection teams. I don't want to be a part of no board picking stats. I don't want to be a part of none of that, man, because it's too much of a hassle and a headache, man. Shout out to all y'all that do that. Time.
Yeah, man, it was fun. It's fun, man. So I'll make sure I have it next week for week 2. We're gonna correct everything that I ain't put on there. But we also had, another thing you don't want to deal with is the preseason all Smack'em team, man. It was a lot of
How you leave
oh
such off? How you leave him off?
yeah.
How you got him on there? How you got all that? I don't got time for all that.
I actually didn't get that this year though, man. I think I actually did okay. I don't, but I did get hit with hey, could you add? If it ain't too late, could you add a such player? And they're like, they was like, I know you can't show favoritism or whatever. I was like, yeah. I said, man, he really, it was based off of last year's performance, like based off kids' last year performance, and you know, that's basically how that preseason things work. It's basically what you did the previous year, and most of those kids' names on there, man, they some ballers, man. They some ballers, and then you got a couple kids that showed out the first week. I gotta highlight this kid, man. His name is Boone Wilson. He got 17 tackles in week 1. Plays for Harrison Central, man. Junior linebackers, man. You know, we had Raymond, we had little Raymond over there, and you already know he's the number one JUCO player in the country. Most likely gonna go to Ole Miss, man. So you know, it's just good to you just highlight kids and you know everybody be looking forward to seeing that, man. Like seeing who's the studs and man who's seeing who balling and making plays. So, um, but I did kind of do a criteria this year on the stats. Like you got to have a certain number for me to put you on there. Like far as tackles, there had to be 10 or more tackles. I put them on there, and it was a lot of kids that made tackles. It was a lot of kids. So preseason's fun, stats fun, man. But let's roll into something that was a it was a big deal, bro, man. Bingo Media had their first official, um, how can I say it? I mean, you partner up with high schools all over the coast, but this was your first one where you had media coverage and you're doing interviews. I seen kids doing interviews and the players. I saw the way they walked through the tunnel. Like you're capturing the moment, bro. Like how is that for you? Like just tell me your real. Of course, you're gonna keep it real 1,000 with me anyway, but just tell me how that feel to see everything come into life. Like this is what we've talked about. Me and you talked about this years ago. Is 2-3 years ago where man you kind of laid your vision out how you want to establish your legacy in sports and just not just sports, just period and in culture. Like we like to say culture.
Mhm.
So tell me how that feeling when you saw your dream just come on that canvas, bro.
Well, it just it was real fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was a moment because to actually see the things that you create for the school, like they asked me, they got a new scoreboard, and so Coach Ray wanted to make player intros. So like while the players warming up and coming out, they got on the jumbotron their intros. They're saying who their name is. Brandon Moody, quarterback, Georgetown, class of 25. Marlon Odom, athlete, class of 2024. Like, they have this already. You know, they have Coach Allow. He said you're the expert. So long as I'm doing things that's within the school's taste, they cool with it. I always check with the coaches first, man, before I do anything. But to be able to look up there on the scoreboard and see your work, and then you see the transpire stuff that transpire on social media, like your content that you're making and the content that you're gathering with the journalism class. Matter of fact, shout out to Miss O'Neill's journalism class. Uh, they're the ones that come out, those like basically interns for Bingo Media. They come out there on Friday nights. They come bring their cameras and cell phones. And like I tell them, just every moment, capture everything. Keep the camera rolling, capture everything, and just it like it's just something hard. You gotta experience it. Like I'm still sitting on a certain high about it. I'm ready for this Friday, even though it's a away game. It's still a big game for them in the community, and I'm looking forward to it. But it was pretty cool, man, to just see everything that, like you said, you dreamed about come to life, man. Like
Yeah.
your whole vision, like I could,
Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's
I
beautiful.
could stop smiling, man. Like I'm out there wearing my gear on the sideline. People think I'm a coach for George County. Nah, I ain't no coach. I'm the media coordinator.
Right.
I do media and content for the school and the football program right now, and it's for football season, and it's a paid gig, of course, and
Absolutely.
that's where my time is at. I still do work for other schools. Last week I also did a highlight video for West Harrison. Coach Patrick had a vision. We brought it to life, and
Absolutely.
he texted me like 12 o'clock that night. He was like, man, I hate when people text me this late, but I just want to tell you, I'm just not getting to my phone. And everybody loved the videos. The video was well received on the stadium at the game, and they won against Greene County in a
Really.
shootout. So
Yeah.
like just to see your work and your like you're finally getting your hand and like you said, leaving your legacy on the culture of high school football, something that's near and dear to you. It's truly, man. It's God, man. That's all it is.
Absolutely, man. I think the key component for me that what I love about the Bingo Media partnerships with these high schools and student athletes and students. Now you got to, extend it to the journalism side. Like we are in journalism. We say we the new media. We always talk like, man, we the new media.
Right.
Now you inspiring the students
Mm-hmm.
to take that step. Maybe one day they have their own bingo media,
Right.
have their own podcast, have the whatever that works for them in media. So that's the thing that I love about it, man, because we love kids, genuine love kids, man, and I didn't catch the young lady's name that was doing the interviews for
Grace
bingo media.
Morgan, bro.
Okay,
Let me
Miss
tell you about this
Miss
situation.
Morgan, yeah,
All right. She wasn't in class when I came and talked to the class to ask who wanted to be a part of the Bingo Media intern team for the season. She wasn't in school that day. But
okay,
everybody in the class kept saying, "Oh, you're gonna love Grace. Grace is perfect for you. You're gonna see." Because I said, "Do anybody want to be sports broadcasters? Anybody want to be content creators, video art?" Like I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to put my team together, you know.
all right,
So she just learned she pop up Friday. She pulled in. She said, "Hey, I want to do broadcast." I like, "All right, you want to do some interviews on the players and coaches?" She was like, "Sure." I gave her the microphone, turned the camera, spread. She was a natural, man.
she was,
Like
she
all I did
was.
was gave her some questions. I had some questions on my notepad and said, "I'm gonna read these off." And she was a natural, bro. So like I told her, I said, "I think we got something." You know,
Y'all do.
yeah, we
She
got something.
she she did an excellent job, man. I enjoyed those videos, man. Those interviews she was doing, man. So shout out to Miss Gracie. You said
Grace
okay.
Moore.
Shout out to Miss
Reporting
Grace,
live.
man.
More
Reporting
state.
live. Yes, indeed. She handled business. She
Yeah.
handled business. Now you know I can't let you. You know I can't let you make it, man. You got a saying. You got a saying that you have said past 2 seasons. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Gators by 40. Well,
Yeah.
those words got reversed. Well, my animals, man. We came in there and we did your saying, but in all fairness, though, the game, it got out of hand maybe second quarter, but in the beginning, they was swinging, and Gulfport started getting a rhythm, and Gaucher just couldn't get it. They couldn't get it together. They got a lot of new components of offense, and I'm hoping that T. Irvin is good, man, because he took a lot of hits in that game. And what I didn't want was to anyone who get hurt. Let's just be clear about that. I just wanted, of course, I'm gonna pull for my Admirals. That's what we do. You and then the same vice versa for you. You're gonna pull for Gaucher Gators every time. But what happened in that game? It was just they just couldn't get it rolling, man. That's just all what it was. Nah, and they got a long season. This is why I talked to Angel Saturday when we had the photo shoot, and I said, man, it's one game, man. Don't you be a leader. You be continuing to be the top defensive lineman and being a leader for Gaucher, and y'all'll be fine, man. It was just one game, man. So um the Gaucher is gonna be fine. Coach Hyde's gonna get them to be ready to play, but I had to talk my little noise to you. I didn't have to talk noise to you. I didn't talk noise to you.
But
I
I want
think
to
look,
phone. I want to hear that. I ain't had time to
well,
hear
look,
that.
look, look. But what was funny while what couple of high boys did, they did a
Yeah.
little TikTok video, and it was like I was gonna send you that. But I said he got it. You saw it before I could send it. I said, well,
It
that's my
came
noise
in.
talk. That's my noise talking for that, man.
Yeah. Look, I feel like we didn't get to finish the game how we started, so y'all can't talk about this. So
But
it is
yeah,
what it is.
man.
Nah, man, I hope the Admirals have a great season, man. It's 7-8.
Absolutely.
Look to seek for the first 7-8 title in Mississippi history, man. It's gonna be tough. Um, like I said, I think they beat us what 42-0, man. We ain't been shut out like
Yeah.
that. I
Tough,
don't know
man.
the last time we've been shut out, but shout out to the Admirals. My Gators, we had to go back to the drawing board, man. We had to
Yeah.
Go
Go
back.
back to the board.
Go back
Go
to
back to the board, man. It's all good though. It happened to everybody, everybody take a spanking way here now and there, but it's gonna be all good for Gaucher. But
We'll bounce back.
all right, so with it being week one, it was some cats that just caught everybody's eye, like far as player performances.
Yeah.
Like early in the show, we talked about Resurrection upsetting Bay High. That was like
Yeah.
totally caught me off guard. But then you got these individual performers, man. Jordan Stapleton from West Harrison, 15
Running
carries,
back.
308 yards, man.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ugh, God, but he's been doing that since he was in youth football, man. He's been doing that. Jordan has been doing that since he was a little kid. So the surprise, like the long runs, that's what he's been doing since middle school. That's what he's been doing in youth football. Like so now is translating to the high school. But he just came off an injury, man. He had like a hip flexor injury this summer. He's healed now. He was sick. He was sick this week. They calling his mom told me, shout out to Miss Jill. She said, we calling that the flu game. His name Jordan. They said they calling that the flu game because he was sick the whole week and he
Yeah.
ran over 300 yards. So I
I
said,
see.
yeah, I said that's dope, man.
He
That's
wasn't
dope.
in the commercial because he wasn't in school. He was sick
Yep.
in the highlight video. So
Yep.
when he made the post flu game, I was like, ooh, and then
Yeah,
seen the highlight. Like, yeah,
that man, that flu game. But in that other game, but that same game, it was man, he had the Spivey kid from Greene County, and then BJ. You gonna see them this week when they go to George County, go over to Greene
yeah.
County, and Kobe King, man. Man,
Man,
this kid, that kid can spin the ball, man. I watched the film about 2 or 3 times. I said, this might be his year. He threw 6 touchdowns in the first week. That's not, you can't. I mean, if they win, he might get MVP on the offensive side. You know what I mean? So, um, Eric Moe from Ocean Springs, he balled, of course. Him and Trace Carter, they balled OS. We had Dylan Moran, he did his thing in a Hancock.
yeah.
Uh,
Robert Tesson from Van Cleve, he
Van
scored.
Cleve got Jalen Johnson from Van Cleve. He had only like 10 carries, 100 yards. So he's just a sophomore. So no, he's a freshman.
Freshman, yeah, he's a freshman. Yeah, he's a freshman.
So we
Yeah.
got a freshman on the scene. So goodness
Pascagoula,
gracious.
Pascagoula, Cameron DeFlanders had over
Cameron
200
de
yards.
Flanders. Mr. Loper. Mr. Loper.
Yeah, shout out to
He
him.
had
He got a
man,
little.
Jared had I'm
That's
gonna
that's that sophomore that
man, that's
everybody like.
yes,
He's
he's
sophomore.
an athlete. He's a baseball, he can do it all. But Jared had a pick six in the Moss Point game. He had
They
over
call
10
him they hate it, but he got the pick though.
he got the pick, yeah. But I mean, just the fact he did it, like goodness, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna go out on a limb right now until somebody proves me different. We got Mr. Parnell and Mr. Roper. Best two linebacker combo right now in Mississippi right now. Them linebacker, them playing
Poison Ocean Spring got something to say now.
Trace. Nah, we got Trace Carter and Eric Moe. Those two, you know what? You right. Trace Carter, Eric Moe, them some studs, and then you got I gotta respect Trace and Eric Moe. They're the best. I'm gonna rephrase. I'm a back up because you did. I'm glad you called me out on that. But
Good.
Jared, and Mr. Parnell, yeah, they balling right now, man. So those probably the best linebacker tandems now and then mentioned a young man Boone Wilson from Harrison Central.
You did.
He
And of
he
course,
balling, man.
your boy from Piggy Yoon, who been the best linebacker,
Oh man, Mr.
Mary
Tyson,
He the
man,
best linebacker, like by
he
far, like technique wise, like field awareness, like just Marion Tyson is the best linebacker in high school football, bar none.
you can't take none. You can't take. I don't care how big y'all tell me. Oh, he's short and all. Man, the man get to the ball. Man, he blocked the punt, man. This man blocked the punt. That changed the game.
Yeah.
He's an impact player. He's on two back. Man, this man get over 100 tackles, over 100 plus tackles every year. I said he got like he's close to 300 tackles, man. So
Hey, man, hey, folks got to put some respect on this now. I remember the
all of
first thing
man,
we
like
started doing this, and we
uh
started doing the stat league thing. I don't think Picayune was putting their defensive stats up there. And when we had Raymond Collins as the leading tackle coach, and Picayune was
got the
like,
attention. Wait a
hey,
minute.
we got Paul, he got 100 tackles
Now
already.
that's when the first like of the inboxing came in when like I'll start putting out whatever was reported. That's why and then everybody want to report their stats,
I
which
had
I
to get
love
out.
though.
I had to
Yeah.
get out there, man. Shout
He
out
said, yeah, you start sending them to me, man. Bigo, they would hit Bigo was like, hey,
to
you
no, this
need a Bazz. This
smack him player of the week. That is Bazz.
Oh man, that's too funny.
Go to him. Big
Yeah.
game, bingo. Leader is Bazz. No difference. We bottom bingo. And
Yeah.
we coexist with each other. But I'm big game bingo. And that's smack and Bazz.
Yeah, man. That was funny though. That was funny how they was doing that. But you were getting up off you, but looking forward to week 2 for the next, like, who gonna get player of the week, who's gonna have the big game, and I'm looking for a big game. That pun intended. Pun intended. Pun
Hey, big
intended.
game coming up in high school this week. I know we're gonna talk about Friday on our live show. But
Yeah.
that Catholic Louisiana and Picayune game, big game of the week.
Yes,
Big
indeed. I'm with you on that.
that's Catholic Louisiana is a highly ranked school. But we'll
Yeah.
talk about that
Straight
Friday.
out the BR, straight out the 225, man.
Right. Let's get back on track.
Yeah, let's get on track, man. Let's talk about it's officially week 1 NCAA ball.
We back, baby. Hey, I'm so excited. Hey, I'm so excited. We got
Yes,
college
indeed.
football this week, and we got high school last week, college this week, NFL next week. We get power back on something. Like life is gonna be perfect again, man.
What our wives say. Well, I guess I see you in February.
Oh yeah, mine already know. She just gave me that look like on top 10. Let her go off in the water. Yeah.
Well, the first big game, first marquee game is be LSU versus Florida State.
Oh yeah,
Last year they played in the Louisiana Superdome. This year, where are they playing? I didn't see. It's a neutral
it's in
site.
Orlando. It's in Orlando.
Okay, Orlando. So it is in a neutral site. So definitely gonna tune into that game.
Let's go to it. You always get tickets for all these games, man. Find
Man,
tickets, man.
I ain't going to that game, but I'm gonna tune in. Well, the game I'm thinking about going to is Southern Miss and Alcorn State.
Yeah.
It's right up the road, so I'm thinking about going to that game. We got Jackson State and Florida A&M. Normally decides who wins the SWAC on the East, man. So I mean on the West. So that's gonna be a big game. Mississippi College Choctaws play the Hawks, Keyser Hawks, I believe that's what that name. Got
Tennessee State, Notre Dame play each other for
the
the
first time ever. Yeah,
Let's go.
Eddie George going up there bringing the Tennessee
Black head
Tigers.
coach going against
Yeah, man, that's so dope, man. We came a long way, and then we got our very own. Well, he used to be ours. Mr. Prime gonna be. They're gonna visit Fort Worth, TCU. You see Prime?
Yeah, dog.
You see Prime?
Yeah, my pop's coming out, man, with 8 toes, 6 toes, however many toes. He's coming out there, man, and he's gonna run out there with them boys, man, and
Yeah.
to try to play victory to spoil to the runner up of national champs, man. So
Right.
like I look forward to this making his debut in the Pac-10 for the last time, and
going to Big 12 next year.
yeah,
That's crazy. That happened quick.
That's what, man, money talk,
Yeah.
and just to see that, TCU Colorado, get to see Shador and Travis, and Shiloh, like all these Jackson State transfers, and just see what Coach Prime been cooking up him and his staff to see what they're doing in Colorado. Like I know it's not going to be pretty. I'm not looking for it to be perfect starting now.
Right.
This is not one of those programs where you can tell he might. I don't know. But like this is not one of them programs. I don't think he's gonna get it done in year one. I can see them probably being a 500 team, and that's pretty good for Colorado right now for the past 20 plus years. So, we're gonna be we follow Colorado football now. Like everybody's gonna be having all eyes on Colorado football. If you watch Well Off Media, with his son Bucky, you will see all the behind the scenes stuff. Like we got the exclusive seeing the shoes coming back out, like the prime.
My gosh.
And he got his own cleat now, the little Wade. Now he calls
Oh,
the prime one. Like, I don't even want to go mine. Like, I'm waiting when I go to these games now, just cuz, bro. Like, prime, man. I'll be big gamed up with the prime. So,
man, them shoes so clean.
yeah.
Man, they so clean, man. I just can't wait to see them put them on. But yeah, Prime should they gonna handle business. I think I'm gonna go on a limb and say, Prime say we coming. So I'm gonna say Prime. I'm gonna compare him to first year coaches like Nick Saban and what's Kirby Smart. They all went 8-5.
Yeah.
I think he can win 8 games. I think it's possible.
If he going there and win 5 games in
That's
Colorado,
a
bro,
because
that's
Colorado only won 1 game. They had the worst record, so it'll be definitely a great turnaround. Then we got
and once
yeah.
they start their game start getting on TV, and I'm telling you the only thing that's really holding Prime back with recruiting, in my opinion, is a lot of players are worried if Prime gonna stay elite. You know, like
Mm,
or is he gonna go to the NFL, or is he gonna
yeah.
leave when his son's done, or is he
Yeah.
going to go to somewhere else, like in Florida or Texas? Like you never know what Prime would do. Like
Mm-hmm.
a check gonna get him to go. So
Man,
I ain't mad at him. Shit, shout out
not
to
at all. Not at all, man. Not at all, man. We gonna show see. And JUCO football, Mississippi JUCO football is always tough gridiron, and it starts next week. So you got Jones, East Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Kahoma, Pearl River. Those teams getting ready to strap up next week, and we're looking forward to seeing if we can get a national champion this year. We haven't had one in a little minute.
Nope.
I think the last time we won with my that gold and blue. That what you gonna do in that blue one? I think that's the last time we won.
That
So we
was like
got
3 years ago.
yeah, that was a minute. That was before
2019.
yeah, that's what exactly what it was. It was before COVID. So um we need to somebody need to bring one home.
I
Hopefully
think
the Gulf
Ole Miss
Coast.
got a good chance. 22 Rebels. The 22 Rebels take on Mercer in opening week this week, so they should put up about 50 points. In that
Yeah,
game.
like Ole Miss. People forget they started off 7-0 last year, and they should have beat LSU, but they tripped. LSU just got hot at the time, and man, you got Coach Kiffin, man, Lane Kiffin. That offensive play calling is second to none. So he know what he doing. He gonna find him a quarterback. He gonna call the plays, and they gonna do what they do, man.
Yeah.
Show. Yeah.
Mississippi State. I think they're supposed to be doing a tribute to Mike Leach.
Hmm.
First
Yeah.
one. But what do you think the Arnett era is officially here now? Like, what do you expect to see out of the Coach Arnett in Mississippi State? Like they still air raid. Will Rogers still one
Hmm.
of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Hmm.
He still got a dope receiving core. Defense
Yep.
still, like, they still putting them hogs in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like,
I think, man, it's gonna be their identity is gonna be more physical now because he's a defensive minded coach. Uh, just basically let that he probably ain't even going on. He just trusting whoever his coordinator is.
yeah,
That's who he just gonna let them just basically run the offense, and so he can get that defensive mind. That physical, you got to be physical to win. So
yeah,
I'm thinking that's what he gonna try to create that culture there, be more
yeah,
physical. That's it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to. I'm an SEC junkie, man. That's why I said the only
Yeah,
thing stopping me from being whole is Florida State not being in the SEC. I'm a no fan, man.
maybe Florida State and Clemson can come to SEC. That'd be the last two they add, but
I think
I
they
don't
gonna
know.
do that, man. Yeah. But this
Too
all
much
this
money.
weekend. Yeah, all this weekend we got from here to Monday, we got college football
Yeah,
starting tomorrow. Yeah, we got a game
yeah,
tomorrow.
yep. That's crazy. But what was crazy in NFL to you? What was the craziest thing that happened? Like far as transactions?
The Trey Lance trade.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
I kind of felt it coming, but I didn't expect the Cowboys to
The
be in it.
Cowboys. So
Somebody
they got
like New England or Miami
New
or
England with the more, yeah. I'm thinking, well, no, not even New England. Just I don't know. I don't know where Trey Lance could have failed and it been like, okay, this is a good spot. Maybe Seattle because, you
Seattle's the
know,
big thing for K.
yeah. So I don't know, man. That was crazy.
Like the Cardinals, like
Cardinals, yeah.
Kyler Murray not even starting the year off at quarterback.
Mm-mm. Yeah, they need a quarterback now. Right? They just cut
Colt
Colt
McCoy.
McCoy. They cut a legend, a Texas legend. So I mean, it's gonna be fun football. I mean, Jimmy Graham coming back to the Saints. He even balled out, even after the episode he had in California. He
Yeah.
still balled out. I said, okay, that's good. That's a good sign. Maybe it was just something
They
freak
say
accident that happened.
a season. How you say it? I'm saying the season.
He had a seizure.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. See, I didn't. I was just getting bits and parts of the story. You know, I don't like to give no false information. So yeah, I just know he had an episode out there. So
What about
yeah,
what you think of the new look undisputed that debuted this week, man? What you think about it?
yeah.
I can tell you,
I haven't watched. I haven't even watched it. But you said Michael Irvin ain't it, and I'm like, dang, Michael Irvin a bit.
I playmaker, man. I just think when Skip put this panel together, I think he just went with too much firepower. Like you got too much barbershop talk. He trying to control the narrative and show this guy. You just got too much people, and I think if you're gonna do, I like the panel to have more than two people.
Mm-hmm.
I think Skip being the mediator in the middle is better, and you got Richard and Keyshawn going, and then Skip put his 2 cents in because like nobody cared about Skip 2 cents. But I like seeing Richard. I can see Richard Sherman growing.
Right.
Keyshawn this season at this. Michael Irvin season, but Michael Irvin got one of those energy. Like he's too big for the room. You know
He's
what I'm
gonna be super. He's super
saying?
energetic.
Like he playmaker. He's like like he a cowboy that won 3 Super Bowls. He playmaker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like he said, I don't want it all with him. Beijing rolling down his face, like he said, I've been sitting down quiet. I think did he get fired by the NFL Network or something like that?
They actually had under like making a decision. I don't know if it's official that they let him go, but you know that little incident that happened in the Super Bowl week, they had let him. They sent him home. So I'm assuming he's on Fox. It's possible for you to be on 2 different networks. Now Michael Strahan does it all the time. So I don't know. I don't know what they got going on, man.
Boys named Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan bag different.
Super different. Game
Strahan
shows.
bag
You know,
different.
game shows. You know.
But that's what Shannon Sharp is headed in the direction of Michael Strahan,
Mm-hmm,
in my opinion.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Shannon Sharp is headed to that level where he is going to be big, just like Michael Strahan, Steve Harvey,
Mm-hmm.
where they putting them on all these type of platforms and putting them on all these type of like hosting all these type of shows and just
That's the
doing
long money. That's the long play.
yeah.
That's a long play, man. So that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He just I just think playmaker. He just too much. Like now, if Skip would have just said that the show would have just been him and Michael Irvin. Yeah, you getting another Shannon Sharp. In my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
you put in Keyshawn Johnson, you put in Richard Sherman. I think the show would have just been good with Skip and Richard Sherman because
Me
of the
too.
heat they had with each other. From
Right.
back in the day.
Both of them went to great universities, and one went to Vanderbilt, one went to Stanford, and then they could have. And then a lot of people don't know that Richard Sherman was his valedictorian in his high school, so he's a very, very, very intelligent man. So that would have been. I thought that's what it was going to be, but then they start adding on. I mean, it's good to have 2 more people, 4 people. That's pretty good. I like the panel. I'm gonna have to check out the show though and make a
It's
decision
good
for
to have
myself.
it back. Yeah, it's good to have it back, man. we've been without our morning, sports news. Like things are starting to be normal for us men again now. Like, you got the sports bettors of the world. They so happy this weekend to go and start putting in their tickets, man, on sports gambling, man.
Oh man, people getting
I'm not a sports bettor. I'm not a sports gambler, but
me either.
I think we need to find somebody, man, and get somebody that we get on here to come on here each week to just give us our analysis on their thoughts, like give their picks, like just to tell people like I'm not a subject matter expert, but
I'm
we'll
not
find
either.
somebody to get us that can do it.
Yeah, I'm not either. So that'd be dope to get somebody on, man.
Yeah,
But
we'll be out there looking for somebody. But what about the Saints? They made the final 53-man roster, and I see we made some cuts and some trades. We
the
traded
kicker
Will
trade,
Wright.
I couldn't believe they did that. They trust the rookie. But where he got traded, it makes sense though.
Yeah, Luck's been injured. Like he ain't just been consistent like how how he used to be, but he's still. I think he's gonna go to Denver, and now that altitude, like we'll see. So, and then you see the Saints cut Roby.
That caught me off guard. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
I didn't see him cutting Roby, man. I didn't see that. I did not see that. I want to go to a game this year.
I'm going.
I go to at least one game now. I went to see Lamar Jackson. I'm thinking about home game. We got Tennessee Titans. That's Derrick Henry. Then Tampa Bay. I don't know. That's a great rival game.
That game there this week. That's the first game of the season. That's next Sunday, the Tennessee Titan game. That's the
That's
first
Tennessee. That's the first game. Yeah, you correct.
Is it
And
in New Orleans or is it Tennessee?
it's in New Orleans. It's in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, that game gonna be
They
packed.
They open up home. It's gonna be packed up in that place.
That game gonna be so packed, man.
I actually want to see Jacksonville Jaguars and come in Trevor Lawrence, and then our very own Biloxi finest Tim Jones made the 53-man roster for Jacksonville Jaguars. So then Chicago Bears. I want to kind of see what's the quarterback named Justin Fields, man. I want to see him play, and I wouldn't mind seeing on my birthday, December 10th, the Panthers come. I wouldn't mind seeing Bryce Young play, just to see him live. I wouldn't mind seeing that, but other than that,
yeah, man, you get any tickets, I'm going.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
Do that.
For sure, I'll go to any game. But those games, if I could pick, I would go to those.
Yeah.
But man, looking at the schedule, man, the Saints. I mean, I think they should win all division games. Okay, it's just me because the Falcons, first year starter, Tampa Bay, they got a veteran in Baker Mayfield, but I think we should beat them, and then a rookie quarterback with the Panthers. Like that should be a 6-0 first round home game, and then the rest of the schedule, the Colts got it. Look, Texans. The Texans has a rookie quarterback. The Colts has a rookie quarterback. All right, so that's we get who?
We get to see all the rookie quarterbacks this year.
Man, look at that schedule, man.
We get like we said, we get Bryce, we get Jordan Love, we get Baker Mayfield, we get Matt Jones, we get CJ Stroud, we get
all
Trevor
young
Lawrence,
quarterbacks.
we get Anthony
Trevor
Richardson.
Lawrence might beat us. Trevor Lawrence could beat us because he's growing.
Yeah, Trevor gonna be. We get Justin Fields, we get Kirk Cousins. Ritter is the quarterback right now in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, really is.
Detroit, Golf, Carolina again with young New York Giants, Daniel Jones, Rams, Matt Stafford, might be Stetson Bennett, who knows? We see old Baker Mayfield again and Daniel Ritter again. If they ain't made a trade by the trade deadline and got a quarterback, unless Ritter might come out balling though, but I don't see it happen. I don't think he's the quarterback of the future of Atlanta.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Saints gonna do. I need to get me a jersey this year too. Man, I don't have a Saints jersey, man.
I need a new one, man. I still got the Drew Brees, my man, and I got the Mario Edwards. I got 3 Drew Brees, man.
I gotta upgrade. I gotta get one. I haven't had a Saints jersey and since I was a kid. So
I've been, let's see, I've been
yeah,
had the one I got. I've been had about 10 years now, man. I bought a real authentic one, like $300, and it was Drew
yeah,
Brees, and they just go to show you, I've been rocking that thing so long, man.
yeah.
I
I
see
get it.
him. If I ever see Drew, he gonna sign that.
He
He
gotta sign that. Come on,
gotta sign
man.
that. But I've been had
Make
it
the
about 10 years.
Yeah, man, increase the value of that jersey, buddy. For
Facts, man.
me.
Yeah, man. You see, we lost two legends, man, this week.
Oh man, yeah.
Boy, what's his name? Terry
Terry Funk.
Funk. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
I thought Terry been dead, man, but Terry just
No, he
not
still
back.
was kicking it. Yeah, he
Yeah.
just passed.
And then we
Crazy.
lost Bray Wyatt, man. Bray was 38 years old, man.
He was our age, bro. That's how you gotta look at it. That's how you gotta look at it. He's our age.
He told his wife he was gonna go take a nap and then wake back
Yeah,
up.
well, that's crazy, man. That's so crazy.
They
That's
got
life,
his
man. You
wife,
gotta appreciate it.
JoJo. JoJo used to be a former WWE wrestler, female wrestler, and she became a on-mic personality.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, During their relationship when they started talking, they had two little daughters, man. So he's the son of Mike Rotunda, who used to be in the '90s, IRS, IRR
Mm-hmm.
Shiesty. So
I used to have that briefcase, man. Quit playing with
yeah,
that man.
he Dollar Man Incorporated, and then
That
he
boy
had
had this.
a brother, Bo Dallas. So,
Mm,
his real name is William, but I don't know about his name, but yeah. RIP to two legends, man, and the wrestling world is stunned by that because Bray was 38 years old. Like he was still at the top of his game. Like he still face value like for WWE.
mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
especially with that character he just created, the face eater or whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
sad, man. Sad, man. Super sad, dog. But
So what game you
just
got? You got on your agenda for this weekend?
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it. We gonna do our live Friday. I'm gonna just look at the schedule. I know you sent me the schedule for this week anyway, but I wanna. I don't know, man. I don't know what game. I mean, of course, I want to go see Gulfport play because it's home. Um, but I wouldn't mind seeing that game between the Catholic
Yeah, me too.
Picayune. That's a big game. Van Cleve at Gulfport. Mm,
You gonna
that should
drive
be
over
okay.
there? Is it in Gulfport or is it in
It's gonna be
Vanville?
in Gulf. It's gonna be in Gulfport, I believe. It's gonna be in Gulfport. So I
Why
don't
y'all
know,
didn't
man.
put why y'all didn't put no real like y'all didn't go and find no dogs, like why y'all didn't go
They got
outside?
Madison Central this year, man. They got Madison Central. That's a dog. They just beat OS.
Barely. OS lost that game.
Yeah, they said referees got involved, but you know how
Yeah,
that go.
OS like that game up, like I'm gonna tell you also, and I ain't just saying that because I'm there, but like actually getting to see it on the sidelines, man, and seeing George County, man, George County got a good team. So
What?
I can only imagine how good they would have been
Man,
if Deuce would have stayed, bro.
man, listen. Shout
George
out to
County got
Coach
a
Ray.
good team,
Shout out to
bro.
Coach Ray for adjusting to
Yeah,
making the move. He put an athletic quarterback there, and
yeah.
he got off. He didn't even complete a pass. He completed all his passes. He went 7 for 7.
Yeah, 7 for 7, man. And
Yeah, and he
like
was running that thing too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're gonna be all right, man. George County, Lucedale gonna always have athletes, man.
Yeah. Like this week, I'm gonna go because that's what protecting the brand is what you do.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go with George County this week to Greene County. They're on the road to Greene County, big rival game. They want that bell, man. It's a trophy that they play for.
Yeah, it's dope.
And they
So much
want
history in that game. I saw
it.
Lonzo. Lonzo went live today.
Yeah,
He was talking about the game, man. That's a big game, bro.
yeah,
Who the real GC?
yeah. I think I thought about it too late. A lot of people hit me up, like a lot, few hit me up, and they're like, "Hey, are you gonna go live from that game?" And like, it's a lot going into being able to bring those live broadcasts. Like, I'm not gonna bring it for free. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely not.
but that's production. Like, but with the right sponsorship, I can bring those games to you each and every week. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. But man, this is a great show. It's week 2. We got to get back to the house, get some rest, and
Yeah.
We're gonna have a live Friday when we'll have a time. We'll release the time, um, and we'll talk about those games on that upcoming day. So it's like our pregame show. So if y'all want to tune in to us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We go live on there and then we stream from there, man. Y'all continue to support us on the Bazz and Bingo show. It's Coach Bazz. I'm going Coach Bingo, and we signing out.